boy was sent to live with his uncle Karl Geyer in Eilben, a city that centuries earlier had been the cradle of another great cultural reformer, Martin Luther. He lived there for 9 months before returning once more to Dresden, where he was enrolled in the historic Kreuzschule, a prestigious school linked to the choir of the local chapel. At home, music was never absent. His elder sisters Rosalie and Clara were already opera singers, and in that vibrant environment Wagner found his identity. Though he heard Italian music, the most dominant of the time, he felt no real connection to it. For him, what was truly thrilling was that which evoked history and the spirit of his homeland. Karl Maria von Weber's Oper der Freischütz awakened in him a fervent devotion, a deeply German work based on folk legends that, to him, was authentic, dignified, powerful. Richard wanted to write things like that. He wanted to write dramas, and from a very young age, he began to dream of his own artistic language. During his years at the Kreuzschule, he continued to develop his love of history and poetry. He became passionate about Homer and Shakespeare, and by 1827 he was already writing his first great dramatic work, a tragedy entitled Lübelde und die Adelaide, inspired both by Elizabethan tragedies and by German romantic sensibility. Teenage Wagner no longer wanted to study or follow a traditional path. His calling was art, and he was willing to risk everything for it. That same year, he returned to Leipzig and enrolled at the Nikolausschule. His determination to become an artist grew each day. Despite the lack of support at home, Richard began taking music lessons with Christian Meller, a violinist at the Gewandhaus, the city's most important concert hall. It was there that he first heard Beethoven's symphonies, and he was completely enthralled. But if there was a true turning point in his youth, it occurred in 1829, when he saw soprano Wilhelmine Schroeder-Devrient perform as Leonora in Beethoven's opera Fidelio. Wagner was astonished by the intensity of her performance. The experience marked him so deeply that he immediately wrote her a letter, promising that one day he would compose a work worthy of her voice. Years later, in his autobiography, he described that event as the most influential of his life.